Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. When you join, say hello. I'm just sharing this from my business page to my personal page. So let me do that. Share. More options. Share to a newsfeed. When you join, hey Kat, say hello. Just trying to figure out, I feel like Facebook always changes these to, let's see, changes this. But anyway, let me know where you're tuning in from. I really don't know why it's doing this. Let's see. Share. More options. Hey Amanda, how are you guys? Let me know when you are tuning in so I can, or where you're tuning in from, I mean. But I have a really important topic to talk about because it's going to be about healing and it's going to be about falling in love. So I'm super excited to be sharing this because, okay, we did it. We shared it. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. I'm super excited to be here. My name is Colleen Gallagher. If you've never met me, what I'm most passionate about in this life is just empowering people to absolutely heal, to absolutely fall in love with life. It makes me emotional to really think about it. And I'm having my morning tea or mid-afternoon. And this tea ceremony, personal one that I did for myself, went a little bit longer than I thought. But I really wanted to talk and share something as I was kind of thinking this morning as I was having my tea. You know, I had cancer at a really young age, at age 14. And a lot of you saw when COVID-19 was happening and when the lockdowns were happening at the election, I quote unquote was sharing a lot of controversial, you know, topics on it. And the reason that I'm so passionate about that is because I'm 27 now, so I had cancer at 14. So it's, you know, been over 10, 11, 12, 13 years. But I can't stand how the Western medicine system specifically is designed to keep people in pain, and how I specifically see that so many people don't want to heal. And what I mean by that is, when you think of the Western medicine system, right? You go when something's wrong with you, or, you know, you go if you don't feel well, but there's a system inside of your body. Like, your body was created to self-regulate. Your body was created to be healthy. Your body was designed to literally be this expansive, expressive being where you don't need medication. Your body is designed where mental issues aren't meant to be there. Your body, in your brain, in your mind, in your heart, every single thing is in you for you to thrive. And so many times whether it's COVID-19, which if you think about COVID is the lungs, which is near the hearts, which is because we're going through a shift, a transition on the planet right now, where we are being asked to drop from just our head, drop from just logical, intellectual thinking into our heart, moving us down to be dropped in. And when I was having my tea, I was like really thinking about this, of how often people stay stuck and stagnant in their pain journey, in their pain experience. And you know, I think back on my life, you know, when I had cancer, they came in to me, right? They took something out of my body, the doctors, my throat, and this happened. I manifested cancer in the throat, right? I have a scar there from cancer because at a very young age, I couldn't speak my truth. I couldn't feel seen. I couldn't feel like I could express myself. I felt like as a little girl, I saw this world. Like, I would literally see what we call other dimensions or lights. Like, I would see things that other people said they can't see. And so as a little girl, I was told, like, oh, that you just have a crazy imagination. Oh, you're just, you know, whatever. This is like a little girl. I mean, how many of you were children and like you would see reality a certain way and be like, someone's like, oh, that's not your reality. That's just a little kid. Like, how traumatizing is that? If someone comes to you and shares your reality, like even as an adult, and you're like, hey, this is my reality, this was like what I experienced, and someone then like knocks down your experience, well, of course, that habitually happens over a period of time. Your internal system, your body, which is allowing you to perceive the world and is signaling you thoughts and things and movement in certain ways in your body, of course, then a disease is going to manifest in your body. Of course, mental health is going to manifest. Of course, depression, anxiety, PTSD, because your system, what's inherently inside of you, what's going on in here, is alarming you for years, decades. Something isn't right. Hello, 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 hello. Something isn't right. And so something manifests. And so when I had cancer, right, they said they took something out of me, and then they told me that I would be on medication for the rest of my life. A system told me this. And I'm thinking about this as I'm like having tea, like how crazy. This is the system outside of me, like the system external, like it's over here, this medical system. This system in here always knew what was true. This system always knew that there was more to this life than what you could physically see. The system always knew in here. My vision always knew something like virtual reality was coming, because virtual reality is the actual truth of what's going on around us. And so this system outside of here told me something was wrong with me, and then told me I needed assistance for the rest of my life. And then this system as well told me that I would not be able to really get pregnant because a thyroid, for those of you who don't know, I'll educate you, a quick education. Your thyroid, all of us have it, men and women. What it does is it regulates your hormones. It produces your hormones. So some of you who are hyperactive like me, you're a little kid, or you're always doing things, or high achiever, you have more of a hyperactive thyroid. Your hormones are naturally producing. If you are a little bit slower, a lot of you, maybe if you feel like you can't really get weight off of you, you're hypothyroid. Your hormones aren't producing as quickly as they need to be producing. So if I only have half of a thyroid, right, even if it was hyper, that means that I shouldn't have enough hormones to carry a child, because I would need supplements from the system to carry that. And that's what I was told, and that makes sense. That's truth. Well, as those of you know, my third book, Uncompromised Life, I became pregnant. Regardless of what this external system said, my internal system always knew. I always knew it was possible, you guys. But I was so afraid because I listened to something outside of me that was external. I listened to some external thing, and it caused me years of pain and suffering. It caused me years of thinking there was something wrong with me. Like I would be at school and be like, I have a headache. I don't want to be here. And it's not that I had a headache. It's that I didn't want to be at school because that schooling and education system wasn't designed for my system. And I didn't know as a child how to communicate that. And this goes back to how many of us, to the present day, we feel something inside of us. We don't like going to a job or work. We don't like a relationship we're in. We don't like certain things we're doing, but we show up and do it anyway. That is taxing your internal body system, which is absolutely letting you live a compromised life, untrue to your soul, because you yet don't believe it's possible, and you actually are playing into a victim and pain consciousness, which is collectively impacting all of us. And I know it's a little bit harsh, but I want to share it because it's the truth, and it's really what I feel. And I feel for me, when I'm someone who I went through, getting off medication, I took the action internally to go, I'm not going to function in this Western medicine system. I actually left my job from America and moved across the world to New Zealand when there wasn't healthcare for pre-existing conditions in America yet. Because for those of you who don't know, America doesn't have national healthcare system like a lot of countries. I know a lot of you from other countries around here. Our country, America, doesn't have like a healthcare system for everyone. Like that's part of our taxes. So if I basically left a big corporate job, which I had, and moved across the world, and I was to come back to America, it was not guaranteed that I would be able to get healthcare again unless I worked for a corporation. So you can imagine how scary that is. Like I can relate probably with many of you, like, oh my God, what the fuck am I gonna do? This is scary. And so as I've gone on in my life, it's been this, I've healed myself from all these things. I've healed myself from not having to be on medication. I healed myself from being able to get pregnant. I chose to let my child go. but I healed myself. I went on a healing journey. I believed in magic. I believed there was something more than what this system was saying. I deeply believed in it. And as I traveled the world, as I went to all these countries, I went to 13 countries by myself. As I started my business 3 years ago, I started to remember there's a system in here. There's a soul in here. There's something inside of you that is meant for more. And when you do that, that's when you heal the things like depression or anxiety or cancer or any other disease that's really inside of you. Like, that's when you heal it. When you stop looking at this system of COVID-19, of this movement, it's really a movement, that the system external has created, and instead ask yourself, why would my body, the vehicle, your body is a vehicle of how you move through the world, just how you have a car. My vehicle is disabled. Why is that happening? Obviously, God has a message. And so what I've created, I want to share with you all, is this book, An Uncompromised Life, The Journey. And this is a healing journey. This is for those of you who want to be well. This is for those of you who no longer want to function in a system that causes you pain, that causes you to be a victim. Because it really is victim consciousness to think that anything outside of you is going to heal you. Think anything outside of you turning into your internal work. And I know that there are external things. I don't want to say I haven't. I've done neurofeedback therapy, or I've written books, I've created products, I created a business, I offered my expression into the world to heal myself. And I believe what I'm sharing here is that's the message. What is it that you really desire? You're not sick, you're not in pain, you're not heartbroken because of someone outside of you. It's because you aren't following the inner knowing that you have within you. You aren't following your heart. What is it that you fall in love with? And so in this healing package, in this healing journey, I've created it. It's called Welcome to an Uncompromised Life Journey. It's for those of you who feel in pain, or it's not even that. It's for those of you who desire to heal. Those of you who are told you're in pain, that something was wrong with you, that there was a medical system issue, and you don't want to feel that anymore. You don't want to believe in it. You want to heal. You want to deeply heal. You want to deeply experience a life that you love. This is for you. And so inside of it, when you open it, there's this beautiful piece of artwork, which is amazing. It's incredible. Yvonne de la Fleur designed this. So you get this. There's a little card for me. So you get this. And I write a poem, a channeled poem for each person. You get the book. So a signed copy of the book from me, which is my book. And this is really medicine. For those of you who want to believe that there's something greater, for those of you who are in pain or suffering from anxiety or suffering from depression, I do know what that feels like. I went through that massively when I felt like the Western medicine system lied to me. If you think about it, it shouldn't have been possible to get pregnant. I got pregnant, and that shouldn't have been possible. And then I let my child go, and I let go of the relationship. I didn't lose it. I guess I chose to let it go, but it was painful. It was multiple things at one time because that person was not going to choose to be there for me in the way that I needed support. And so it was more painful to have them in my life than to move away. And this is medicine. This is what I offered in the world to heal. And I feel like each of us have a healing journey, a healing story. And this is meant to be medicine for you. And then lastly, in the healing box, there's a little crystal, the crystal, which is from my daughter and I, and this is rose quartz, which is for the heart, which is a heart opener, which is perfect right now. I didn't do it on purpose for COVID-19 because COVID-19 is the heart. So for people that are going through this, or they, what's the word? People who are really desiring to understand, why are you in pain? What is the message? What is the meaning of what you can do to empower yourself? Look within and start to truly live an uncompromised life to you. What can you do to overcome the trauma? What can you do to overcome the heartbreak of feeling like it's hopeless, feeling like you're going to be on medication for the rest of your life, no option, feeling like you're going to be in pain, you're going to have depression and anxiety. When's it going to be over? When is the day going to get better? When is the sunlight going to come? I know what that feels like. And the only way that I could honestly heal myself, you guys, from something like cancer at a young age, from something like being told you're going to be on medication, from going through child loss and heartbreak was to create, to express, to believe that there was a healing journey, to believe that there was something more, to believe that there was something inside of me that my heart could open, my heart could express, and my heart could impact people. And that's really why I created this experience in this box, in this crystal. It's for you to heal for whatever pain you're going through, for whatever pain you've gone through, and for you to deeply know that it's possible for you to live a life uncompromised to who you're meant to be and to absolutely fall in love with this world. If you would have asked me, 12 months ago, gosh, that I would be where I am now, like that I would, in the middle of my PhD, I have a business that I'm absolutely in love with. I have clients that are amazing. We're getting ready to launch something very amazing this week or next week, so stay tuned. And, all the things that have entered into my life, like if you would say that was a reality for me, I couldn't have seen it 12 months ago. I would have told you, like, I just feel like I'm empty. I feel like there's, like, what am I doing? And it was, I showed up and I wrote this book and I was like, I'm going to become my own medicine. I'm going to express what I'm going through. I'm going to express what it feels like to have pain that the Western medicine is describing as anxiety or depression or, PTSD. And I'm going to write this out on how to overcome this. I'm going to show up for myself. And I did that in many ways. And that's why I created this beautiful experience for you to go through and for you to go on so you can go on your healing journey. It's really that's the importance of it, is when you heal yourself, when you choose to get in environments, and I listened to many videos like this. I bought so many healing journeys and packages, and you've got to commit that you want to be healed and whole and at peace. And you've got to commit that it's possible for you. And I did commit in all the moments that it was super hard. I did commit in all the moments I had nothing left. And that's why I feel like if you're on this live stream, commit to your healing journey. Commit that this is meant for you. And so with that, I'm going to leave the link in the comments. You can now get it on my website. So I'm going to leave the link in the comments so you can get it. It will be shipped to you. And if you feel called, please share this video. If you have any questions or you're wanting to share some things of your healing journey, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to be a support for you or offer you in the right directions for things that I've created on my healing experience and journey so that you can really fall in love. Like, you really can fall in love with this incredible life. You really can fall in love with opportunities. You can fall in love with what's available for you. You can fall in love with freeing yourself. You can fall in love with knowing that you have a system inside of you can trust and that it's designed for your empowerment. You can live a life where you don't do things you don't want to do. I mean, you don't do things you don't want to do. Like, you can live a life where you live in such a way where you only do things you love. And I just hope you know that's possible for you, because I know there was a time when I didn't. I thought I had to compromise so many aspects of my desires for love, for relationships, for what I truly desired. Like, I thought that I had this idea of what I wanted in a love, and if I just compromised these things, it would work. And this book is to let you know that you can have everything you ever desire on your terms. And with that, I want to just open to a random page so we'll see what the message is for you guys. This is a good one. This is why you guys just saw me open this. I didn't do it on purpose. So page 123, okay. From the outside, it seemed I had created my dream life, but I was saying yes to the wrong relationships. I created the wrong relationships the minute I got into business because I wanted to learn from people who would teach me how to make money, instead of learning from people who would genuinely help me learn how to master myself and share my gifts to help others. This resulted in me co-creating many relationships, including the one with Ella's dad, where I thought they would teach me something about money or business that I didn't know, but that never happened. I genuinely cared about these mentors and people in my life, yet I also thought I needed them to help my mission, which stems from the codependent wounding I talk about in chapter 5. Codependency resulted in me saying yes to things I did not really want to do because I wanted people to like me and think I was worthy of their time to help me. This stems from a false sense of validation. All of this ended in the ultimate atomic bomb going off in my life, becoming pregnant. Becoming pregnant was not just from me saying yes to doing things or going places with Ella's dad when I meant no. It was from all the times compounded over many years of saying yes when I wanted to say no. This was compounded from every person I thought I needed to please so they might help me with my business and impact goals. All these days I stayed in corporate when I could have left, and all the money I lent to friends when I really didn't want to do that. Woo! I was just talking about that on live stream and I opened to the page. Talk about manifestation in real time. Oh my God, the book is a living, breathing thing that can hear you and knows because they're a spirit. There's something different. There's something more existing in this space. So anyway, I'll leave the link in the comments for you to order. There's only about 10 of them left. I think we had 2 other orders last night, so 8 left maybe. So definitely go to the website, claim your healing journey. It is time for you to start. It is your time to shine. Start it, claim it. It's a choice. It's a choice to be healed. It's a choice to beat Western medicine diagnosis. It's a choice to co-create the most beautiful life. And only you can do that. So I love you. Have an amazing moment in time, and feel free to share this video if you know people who are suffering from mental issues or from disease, from Western medicine disease. If you know someone who had COVID, if you know someone who has had cancer and they're wanting to understand meaning to it or purpose to it, if you know someone who went through child loss or abortion, this is a great live to share with them because you will be healed. I am fucking committed to that. If you are committed, you will absolutely be a happy human being. You will absolutely make sense of why this pain and trauma has come into your life. And you will absolutely, your soul will come alive. You will fall in love and you will live a life that is absolutely true to you, compromising nothing ever in your field to do something to please somebody else over what is best for you. So I love you. I hope you enjoy this. Share it, send it, message me.